A heartfelt welcome to one and all present here.
Welcome to the Investiture ceremony of our very own Cornerstone School.
Investiture ceremony is one of the most important events of our school. It is considered to be an event of great joy that radiates happiness all around. Today, we have a very special guest amongst us.
Our today's chief guest, who was born in a farmer's family, always had a great vision to render his services for the all-round development of his native district. According to him, farming is a profession of hope. He became the first generation government official, bagging the All India 104th rank in civil services examination in the year 1989. The honorary positions held by Mr. Rama Rao are multifarious. He had been the president of IRS Association for 3 years and MPA class president in LKY School of Public Policy at Singapore. It's not just about his relentless efforts and dedication to his work. He's ardent about setting up agro-based industries to the organization of farmers to double the income of farmers. Words cannot express what he is doing and what he will be doing for us.
It is a great pleasure to have him with us today. We welcome you, sir.
Let's felicitate him with a bouquet.
It's a privilege to call upon our chief guest, Sri Rama Rao, to hoist our school flag.
Requesting everyone to stand up for the school flag hoisting. Go ahead, sir.
Dear audience, kindly keep standing for the school song.
Here we have the euphonic voices of Cornerstone to lead us with our school song.
And the honor of the school.
please put your hands together for the choir team who enthralled us with the melodious piece. Amazing lyrics and tune.
Thank you very much. Request the audience to kindly be seated. We now welcome the school director, Ms. Sharmila Solomon, the navigator of this flagship of knowledge, to address the gathering.
Praising God for this fresh beginning, for the nostalgic history, but still being a part of the future is our generation. Because we waded through very difficult times, nothing less than death. And I'm sure all of us are a part of it. And how can I not, and how can we not stand here to see this beautiful feast that comes right in front of us after 2 years, almost 2.5 long years. Honorable Chief Guest, dear parents, my very dear team, and my beloved children. Waiting for our school program is for sure something that we've been waiting from the month of June, because this Investiture ceremony was supposed to be done in the month of June. But because of pandemic and because we were taking too many precautions, we didn't want to have it in the month of June. We waited until a lot have settled. We now can stand here and say most of it is settling down, because most of us, or all of us, especially at school, are healthy and back to work again. So this is surely a fresh beginning for each one of us, and we were waiting for this program to happen. 2 years back, we never thought we would make it to this point. Did any of you think that we would make it to this point? Day after day, when we saw death coming right in front of our house, beside our house, we never thought we were going to make it. But we have made it. It is sheer grace of God. And today, I just have not much to say, because nobody is wanting to listen to me, especially the office bearers are not going to listen to me at all today. They're busy setting themselves up for whatever that they're geared up to. And even when we have a video, they're not going to go and check what Sharmila ma'am has spoken, I'm sure, until those parents sitting there say, go back and listen to what Sharmila ma'am has said. They're not going to listen to it, because they're going to check themselves in the video. How was my shirt? How was I badged? Yes, no? Do you all agree on it? I know. Yeah, we're going to be busy with that. But today, I'm going to just talk about 2 points, out of which one of my first, or the most important point that I'm going to mention is Shri Metta Ramarao Garu. That's our chief guest. I have to tell you that he has got a lot of nicknames in his college, because he's a classmate of my dear husband Solomon. He's got so many nicknames, but there is one nickname which I cannot stand here and utter it also. There's another nickname that he had. He was a bookworm. He always used to read so much that people used to think this fellow is mad. But do you know for what reason he did all this? Just with the whole and soul purpose that he want to benefit to his hometown, which is a very remote place. One of my colleagues is from that place only, called Srikakulam. I still remember him, one of those days when we went to his office, I think it was 10 years back. I still remember him asking me this question: Sharmila, could you please help me giving me a family of teachers where I could benefit the students in my hometown? Isn't that a noble thing that he thought of? And when he bagged his 104 civil services rank, he went and took up IRS. He worked for so many dimensions there in his government. But in his prime age, probably it's now 4 years or more, he took a voluntary retirement where he could stand in a position and say I'm here in a very prime post. He left all those privileges so he could go back to Srikakulam and help his hometown. And he's working right now for the farmers, bringing revolution in there. He's wanting a lot of good things that happen in his hometown, especially schools. Education is what he's been thinking about. And he deserves to be the chief guest of today's session or event. A big round of applause. He's not leaving a stone unturned to do whatever that he aimed at. So that is what his position all about. I want to end it up with something, but then before that, as I told you, my second point is to the office bearers. Today they're office bearers, children. Tomorrow one of us could be the office bearer. Yes, no? Do you agree? Yes, we don't know who's going to be elected the next year. And are you there in that? Do you believe in that? Children, do you believe in that? Yes? So if they listen or not listen, I'm going to train them all through the year, but today you'll have to listen to these that I'm about to say. Are we ready for it? Yes. The first thing is that we'll have to have unity. Unity for the whole and sole purpose. So as a school, we are different personalities, different people, but we all need to have unity. We all know divide and rule policy is not that good, is it? So that's the first thing that we'll have to remember. We will have to utilize our abilities to our best for the welfare of the school. We begin with smaller communities, and then we are given the country responsibilities, and we are given the world's responsibilities. We do not know who is going to become the chief minister after 10 years from here. We really do not know who is going to become the prime minister from this congregation. We really do not know who is going to become the US president. We just don't know. So better remember to use your abilities from now on. The next thing that I wanted to tell you is, keep growing and maturing, children. Do not stop. Keep growing, maturing in your word, in your thought especially, and your deed also. All right? So that's my third point. The next thing is that I want you all to put away your old self and to grow more responsible. As a student, probably in a few years as a leader too. Yes, thank you. The next one is to be honest and pure always, at any point of time. Even if there is a big danger that's coming upon us, the first thing that we'll have to remember is to be honest and pure. Thank you. And the next one is to accomplish only the vision of the school to begin now. School has a vision, yes, no? If some of you have forgotten, go back and check the vision of the school once again, all right? The main responsibility for us is to fulfill the vision of the school now and later also. And the next thing that I wanted to tell you, that is my 7th point, is to walk in love, show kindness, and show sacrifice. Sacrifice is selfless or self? Sacrifice is all about selflessness, yes. And utilize your time judiciously. We all know that, but we still don't want to implement it. To submit to one another and understand each other. Demonstrate integrity. Demonstrate what, children? Integrity. My last thing that I wanted to tell the leaders and the others and the team community and all of them is, leadership is never about popularity, but it's about, who can tell me that? Responsibility. And I give another word because it starts off with a P, it's purpose. So leadership is never about popularity, but it's all about purpose. And team, all those who brought this into life after 2.5 years, can't thank you enough. A big round of applause to the team that had brought all this up. There's a beautiful song that's coming up on my behalf, children, and the parents and the chief guest. It tells, in his time, he will fulfill all that he has thought of and wants. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day ahead. Thank you.
Coming up next is a mellifluous song by our school choir.
please be generous with your applause and welcome them onto the stage.
In His time, He makes all things beautiful. In His time, Lord, please show me every day as You're teaching me Your way, that You do just what You say in Your time. Lord, please show me every day as You're teaching me Your way, that You do just what You say in Your time. In Your time, You make all things beautiful. In Your time, Lord, my life to You I bring. May each song I have to sing be to You a lovely thing. In Your time, Lord, please show me every day as You're teaching me Your way, that You do just what You say in Your time. In Your time, 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 in Your
Thank you so much, choir team, for the soothing song. The upcoming program is an entertaining form of acrobatics which depicts important ideas of teamwork, strength, and tolerance. Akshita, this reminds me of the last year's investiture ceremony.
Yes, our virtual investiture ceremony, one of its kind. However, we missed an opportunity to witness the talent of our young CS students.
True, Akshita. Nevertheless, it was a moment of immense pride for the parents to It was a moment of immense pride for the parents to pin the badges to the young office bearers on behalf of the school management, right?
Indeed, a different experience altogether, wherein we had our chief guest virtually who inspired us on how to come out of your comfort zone to achieve our goals.
I agree. Let's welcome the team.
Now we have a forward roll by Janvi, Mihika and Harshita. Look at those girls.
Fantabulous job.
Now we have a back roll by Aryan and Jaswant.
I'm impressed, Akshita.
Absolutely agree, Nyasa. Now we have a dive roll with hula hoop by Tanay and Wagni.
I cannot believe my eyes, Akshita.
This is unbelievable. Next we have a bridge walk by Ujjwala and Deekshit.
Akshita, I've never seen something like this before. Have you?
No, this is amazing. Next we have cartwheels by Avnish and Aryan.
Let's give them a big round of applause, audience.
Now we have a one-hand cartwheel by Wagni and Harshita.
You can do it. Audience, I can't hear anything. Be louder.
Now we have a handstand roll by Tanay and Joshua.
I am impressed.
This is breathtaking. Now we have handstand walk by Daniel and Diana.
Audience, come on, a big round of applause for them.
Now we have handspring by Tanay and Jashwant.
Put your hands together for Tani and Jashwant. Amazing, Diana.
Now we have round off by Tanay and Jashwant.
Look at that boy. A big round of applause.
Now we have back handspring by Daniel and Diana.
Fantabulous. I cannot believe my eyes, Akshita.
Even me, this is breathtaking.
Woo! A big round of applause, everyone.
Now we have a leap jump by Diana.
This is breathtaking.
Now we have karate. Kata Vedash. Kata Kartikeya.
are so talented, Akshita.
Indeed, Nyasa. Now we have tile breaking by Vedant and Kartikeya.
Put your hands together for these talented boys.
Now we have front salto by Tanay, Diana and Daniel.
Akshita, how can someone be so talented?
Wow! Front straight, Diana, Daniel.
Out of the world. Excellent, Diana.
Front 360.
Way to go, little champ. Come on, Diana, you can do it.
Back salto.
Can we have a big round of applause for him?
Back straight.
I am stunned, Akshita.
This is truly amazing.
Absolutely breathtaking. Fantabulous job, Diana.
Time for the big pyramid. Line 1, Jashwant, Ujjwala, Piyusha, Viraj, Deekshit. Line 2, Mukund, Wagni, Avnish, Joshua, Aryan, Vishwant. Line 3, Layora, Adritri, Jashwant, Diana, Joshita, Nitya, Tanay, Dani. Line 4, Adya, Grace, Aradhya, Arpita, Sanvi, Samira. Line 5, Kritika, Sanjay, Kartikeya, Mihita, Janvi, Harshita, Pranav, Vedansh, Tanushree.
Wow! Completely awestruck with this amazing spectacles we have just witnessed.
I completely agree, Nyasa. We indeed appreciate the ability of displaying the talents with such determination.
Could see the hard work and perseverance in the performance, right, Akshita?
Absolutely, Nyasa.
A big round of applause for them.
NASA, an event as special as this is not done overnight. The wheels started rolling weeks ago.
Absolutely, Akshita. All our participants have made this event a joyful one with their impressive performances. Your hard work was evident in your acts. You indeed deserve a huge round of applause.
We are fortunate this year we have our chief guest amongst us to witness this event personally and inspire us. We now call upon our chief guest, Sri Rama Rao, to grace the dais and inspire our newly elected student council.
Tell me the time now, otherwise, okay? Good morning. Mic testing, 3, 2, 1. Good morning. और जोर से good morning. Director of the school, Miss Sharmila ji, my good friend Solomon, principal, vice principal, faculty members, parents, of course the school, all the children, and the staff here. Very, very good morning. Actually, I am still not coming out of my kiddish behavior because I went back to my old days of schooling in my village. So I just forgot I'm a chief guest. So still I am in the emotive stage of a kid. So you are very fortunate that your school is so great, very nice, very beautiful environment. Our director tells you vision, mission, whatnot, and your gymnastics are fantastic. And I see your uniforms are very well maintained. The shoes are well shined, I have seen. The school is very, very clean. And your corridors, the discipline is fantastic. You have to hold your hands back, and I think you are all very well. You are in a very good institute. School is where I think you learn important things, and the life skills will be imparted here. I am sure. I think the parents are the first gurus. Nobody can escape from that. The parents are the first gurus. Some of them are here, and later the school. And I'm very happy to come to this school where Solomon has been asking me to visit it, but for some reason or the other I couldn't visit. And I think I've come at a right moment because you had the elections and you had the leaders of the school, the student union leaders. And I was told this, the body has been very, very proactive, and the school is so nice because of the feedback given by successive the school office bearers. Am I right? I think you have been telling, and I think the behavior of the children and the orderliness speaks volumes about it. I don't want to give you too much of speeches regarding, because you all have this big phone. iPhone is with you. Most of you are adolescents, 8th, 9th, 10th. Knowledge is ubiquitous. Knowledge is everywhere. But application of knowledge is very important. That is where we are all faltering in this country. You may be thinking that Mr. Ramarao, IRS, what is this Gandhi, Nehru topi, and what is this kurta, paijama? And you are in a big city, Hyderabad, you know, you are all, I think, 13, 14, 15, is it your age? Am I right? And we are all celebrating the 75 years of India's independence. Are you proud? Are you proud to be Indians? Okay, very good. And I'm sure by the time we celebrate centenary, you all will be middle-aged, 40 years, isn't it? 38, 40. Think about how you will be looking like. You go back I went back as a kid. You go back, you go forward as how you will be. Most of you will be managers, collectors, businessmen, some of you politicians. You will be married and kids, and India celebrates centenary, isn't it? This is called scenario playing, isn't it? Every student should have a plan. You did not look to your parents, isn't it? When you are 12, 13, 14, you have already got the knowledge and the school is training you, isn't it? So you need to do scenario playing. What is the next 5 years I'll be looking like? What I should look for it? This is what exactly where you need it, okay? Everybody should, I also want to speak on failures also. Many people think that only a few people, 14 people got elected out of 1,500 people in this school. Isn't right? 1,500? 1,500 school students. What is this 1,400 people? 14 people. So the other people, I think around another 30 plus people are also contested, isn't it? And we normally use the word they failed. Odipoyaru in Telugu. Because in elections also we call it, we don't say that people elected X, we say that he lost the election. So normally the parents also as a public we should use the words very carefully. We never fail. Okay? Our attempts continue till we die. The cradle to the grave continues. And India is today successful. India is, I am talking about India, not Bharat. And I represent Bharat. India is those people who stay in tier 1, tier 2 cities, which constitute around 300 million, 30 crore people. This India is very shining. This is India what the Americans want, what the Europeans want, what the Japanese want, because here we are a great market for them. But I am talking about the billion people living in the villages. And those people migrate every other day to these cities. Because all the jump days, you all think that why these lanes are very narrow, somewhere construction is happening. As kids, you should understand that these people come from villages for a small paying jobs. So, please remember that this Bharat will remain for next 25 years. This 1 billion population, suddenly they cannot vanish, they cannot be in cities, they cannot have different profession than farming or agriculture. Because you are going to be the leaders. Today you are student leader, tomorrow you will be collectors, tomorrow SPs, tomorrow you may be MLAs, some of you may be multinational corporation, you are employees, some of you software professionals, some of you will be working in US, some of you will be farmers. But you all should remember that you should, unless this 1 billion people are developed, this country cannot be number one in this world. We cannot be number one economy unless these billion people do well. This is where I think as students, please remember you are going to be leaders of this country. Leaders doesn't mean the topiwala, political. Leaders can be team leaders, corporate leaders, business leaders, spiritual leaders, everywhere, where you influence the public lives. As students, I think you need to remember 4 wells. W-E-L-L-S. Wells means not that water wala. Well is good, wellness. You all should eat well. Okay, easy thing, difficult thing. Anyone answer? Amailu? Eating well is easy or difficult? Huh? Easy? Not boys, girls. Eat well is the first rule you have to follow in life. Eat well, eat well. The second one is sleep well. What well? Eat well and sleep well. Easy things or difficult things? Difficult? I know why I am telling this seemingly easy things. The third is play well. Okay, play well. Fourth one is study well or work well. If you are students, study well. If you are employees, work well. Okay. This country has problem of obesity, health problems, doctors are really making money, nursing homes are making money, hospitals are making money because we don't eat well, we don't sleep well, we don't play well. If you do 3 wells, your body, mind will be fantastic. If you are bodily, mentally fit, you can do wonders, isn't it? So body, mind and soul. For soul, we all learn things. Your parents teach you what are the values, your school tells you the values, your gurus tell you the values, you learn the values, isn't it? Wisdom. So body, mind and soul are very important. For that you follow the 4 wells. Can you repeat? Wonderful. So you got the mantra of success, okay? I followed it steadfastly. I used to sleep. Salman is my friend of almost 40 years. I used to sleep as an engineering student at 8 p.m. in the night, evening. Get up at 4:30 in the morning. Okay? I used to study at 4:30 to 6. Everybody used to be asleep. Very calm. I used to sleep and everything I used to read, I used to remember. Okay? Then I used to play. We used to see a lot of cinemas every time. Okay? Not that bookworm. I used to read books. Okay? We used to also enjoy time. Okay? This has to be done. Coming to the success and failure. Okay? Our lives will be miserable if you think that everything is success failure matrix. Okay? Success and failure is not one stop destination. Okay? Success and failure is steps. Okay? You want to go to various summit. Okay? You want to travel and let us say Everest you want to climb, isn't it? So you will be climbing certain steps and you will stop there. Some people will go ahead of you. So we don't start anything. Parents, I think they should also take note of it. I request the teachers also, don't discourage children or anyone for that matter that if someone fails, why I am telling fails, I failed myself personally because I studied up to 5th class in my village. The village school used to be attached school and one fine day the MLA came, we want to build a new school. They broke it and then we studied in a cow shed. So night cows used to be there and then daytime we used to study there. So from that I went to, but I was the first in the school, so I went to the high school to the next village. High school, 6th. When I contested for the CPL, those days prefect to call it not class people leader. And that next school, that village school is very big, the student. So he won, another fellow, I miserably failed. I could not become CPL. But by the time I became 9th, I became the school people leader, not the 10th class student. I became SPL for 2 years of my school. Okay, but I failed in the first time. But I realized that why I failed. Then I made friends and I was of course topper in the school. I was also sports, I was friendly. Then what happened? Then I went to Singapore, I became also a school people leader. That is where I became the union president also at 45 years. Another failure is when I wrote the civil service examination in 1988, when I finished my engineering just immediately, I cleared my preliminary exam, but I simply faltered at the main examination. But many people also said the cracking preliminary was also very tough those days. I was the first to crack in many years in that school. So later on I realized, then I gave the next attempt, I got the All India 104 rank. Why I am telling my example is, if you simply say I failed, I can't do it, then you cannot go further. When I saw I became a civil servant and I worked in Bombay, Chennai, Delhi, Calcutta and all places, I felt that I am serving India, not Bharat, the 1 billion people. I decided to quit. I am from a very small place. I will get a government pension. So I joined politics. Again I failed. I contested in 2019 as an MP of Srikakulam. I didn't get the election. People didn't elect me. If you call it a failure, definitely in the matrix it can be failure because suddenly I should become an MP. I didn't become. But I didn't stop there at the end of 55 years. Now I say that we will now succeed because I am not a typical politician, but I want to work on agriculture, business, capacity building. So we are Munna Bhai lage hai, isn't it? The Munna Bhai is on the roll. So here, India is lagging despite its huge talent is because we have a fear of failure. Please come out of this fear of failure. If you attempt You may fail, you may not crack, but after that you will regret, I should have tried, I would have got it. The person who are the brave only get the reward, isn't it? The person who is brave, who take risk, isn't it? Whoever takes the risk will get the reward, isn't it? Higher the risk, the bigger is the reward. So you should be risk takers. That doesn't mean that you jump from the 5th floor. Okay? Risk means mitigated, calculated risk, isn't it? You should dream big. I request the teachers, please allow your students to question things. Let them not be rotting, batti pattaddu. Let the children be individual thinkers. Let us have Nobel Prize winners from this audience. And the parents, I have a classic, this one, that parents always wanted what they wanted to become. The parent wants to become MBBS doctor, he could not crack or she could not crack, they want the children to become MBBS. Every generation, the professions change. Today, whatever the professions are there, it was not there 25 years back. So let the children decide. I have allowed my children to do that. Only I told one thing. Children, you please remember, if you only human beings are one living being which is very lazy. Because a guy ka bacha, okay, bachda, whatever you call it, calf, it immediately within 2 months or 1 month it grazes, it eats, it gets its food, isn't it? Only human being till the graduation, it doesn't work, doesn't earn money, and depends on father, mother, and your director was telling, be kind. You all of you are very kind to donate your father's or mother's money. Okay? But when it comes to when you earn money, you don't want to donate to your, or not even give it to your parents. You got my point. Love and kindness should be in abundance. Only when you earn it, you know the value of money. I only, please carry forward this, when you get 21, by that time most of you will finish your graduation unless you want to become an MBBS doctor. So, please start earning from 21 year onwards. The Western countries are highly forward oriented, they are developed not because of great things, because they start earning at the 15 years onwards. I have earned my first earning in the 3rd year of engineering, when my village got barren. Solomon didn't tell, when I started doing my English medium education in district, my father got paralytic. So our income became half because we have to give the land to the other people. Okay, same thing happened in 87, there was a severe drought in Andhra Pradesh. I started teaching 2 young girls, 6th or 7th tuition, 1500 rupees 3 months, those days. If you don't earn money yourself, you don't value the money of your parents. So why I am telling about this is, India's GDP, India's income is income of everybody. If you don't earn money, if you become lazy between 21 and 31, you say that I will do PG, double PG, my father, mother will apply loans. This doesn't happen. Since you are young, you do the scenario playing. Now at the right moment we are interacting. You are 13, 14, 15. You have got 8 years from now, 7 years from now, and 6 years from now. 21 boys and girls. Do you understand? 21 years के बाद don't take money. If at all you take money, repay to your parents as a loan. It is not an empty talk. I have a son who did BITS Pilani. He has finished 21. I told him, I'm not going to give you money for your PG. Please start working. I told him when he was 2nd year. 21 year, 3 months he started working in one of the big houses. So then after 2 years he wanted to pursue PG. I told, yes, I am going to give you a small amount, but you should return to me. So if you don't have value for money, you will never, and India's growth depends on this attitude. Not that you become money-minded, self-centered. You be selfish, not self-centered. Okay, you love other people. Everybody should need space. So my daughter also, like other parents, she wanted to be fashion technology. I wanted, why don't you study engineering or architecture? No, I said I want to be fashion technology. She's really enjoying third year. So let the children follow their passion. Knowledge is ubiquitous. Everybody knows what has to be done. And let us leave the children to themselves. Only children, please don't fall into bad company. Only limit. As parent, I am a parent. As a parent, we all love you to excel. We know we are going into the most modern world. Let us all think more into future, not dig the past. Again, my suggestion is, don't waste time on digging the past. We can't correct it. You can only understand, make compromise with it. We need to talk future, plan for future, take risks, and you all become big. And I hope, I think this school with, I think, vision, you please correct that in next 10 years. This alumni of this school should get a Nobel Prize in one of the subjects. Okay, with that, I thank the school management and parents and the children for giving me an opportunity and paying attention to whatever I spoke. And Sharmila was not telling me, I am very bad in leaving the mic. When in my school days, people used to call mic iste manishkadi nanchepana maatadtadu. Kabatti, I want to leave you here. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. We greatly appreciate the time you took to share your experiences and insights. We'll try our best to implement your words of wisdom in our lives and work for the betterment of our society. Moving forward with today's program, coming up next is a dance performance by students of grades 8, 9 and 10. Dance is the hidden language of the soul.
With the rhythm of the ghungroos and the beat of the music, a dancer can mystically elevate the spirit of any event.
Let's welcome Hasini Vitanala, Raga Sanjana, Shravya Atmakuru, Venala Shri and Meghna onto the stage with a big round of applause.
Wow, the performance was so good. It gave me goosebumps. Another round of applause for this amazing performance.
Having enjoyed the spectacular dance performance, we move on to the main Investiture ceremony. We have a newly elected Statco team marching up to receive their honors. The 16-member Cornerstone Statco team of 2022 to 2023.
We now have our Statco march up onto the stage with their flags. Put your hands together for the Statco team. A leader is one who knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way. These dynamic leaders will be leading by serving over 1,547 students under their care.
It is a proud moment for all the parents to witness their children being invested with great responsibilities while embarking on a new journey as leaders. May I invite our chief guest to induct our newly elected student council. To begin with, we have our school prefect, Joel Cherian. Request the chief guest to honor Joel with the prefect badge.
Joel is a renowned personality of the school. His charismatic and humble demeanor made him a beloved school prefect. He has been nominated in the top 500 All India Talent Search. All the best, Joel.
Request the Statco members to sign the deed, the appointment letter. Next comes our Deputy Prefect, Madhu Karthik. Request the Chief Guest to honor Madhu Karthik with Deputy Prefect badge.
Madhu Karthik is known for his great sense of humor. His witty personality made him a favorite across the school. All the best, Captain. May you own this year.
Up next is a sports captain, Shlok Sethi, requesting the chief guest to honor Shlok with sports captain badge.
Shlok's humble and pragmatic approach has made him a favorite sports captain. He's a rising star who has taken up the responsibility of representing the school. He's participated in SFA and SBL and bagged accolades for his school. He indeed is a great leader. All the best, Shlok.
Next comes a vice sports captain, Surya Krishna Misala, requesting the chief guest to honor Surya with vice sports captain badge.
Surya's pleasant and amicable personality has won him the much needed fame. With an energetic nature and smart mind, he has won awards in badminton and coding. All the best, Surya.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a real honor for our young dynamic leaders to be officiated by you. Requesting you to kindly take your seat. May I call upon Sharmila ma'am to officiate our dynamic leaders. We want ma'am on the stage with a huge round of applause. Up next is a discipline monitor, Amrita Varshini, requesting Sharmila ma'am to honor Amrita with a badge.
Amrita's audacious personality is admired and appreciated. She's sure to carry out her responsibility with utmost sincerity and commitment. All the best, Amrita.
Next, we have a hygiene monitor, Yashaswini, requesting Sharmila ma'am to honor Yashaswini with the badge.
Yashaswini, with the out-of-the-world persona, is a team player. Considering her robustness and healthy lifestyle, she's sure to mark a difference. All the best, Yashaswini.
Now, let's welcome our Cultural Secretary, Ishani G, requesting Sharmila ma'am to honor Ishani with the badge.
Ishani is a methodical with a good eye for detail. She's sure to enhance the events with her innovative ideas. All the best, Ishani.
A big round of applause, please. Next comes our Literary Secretary, Wincy, requesting Sharmila ma'am to honor Wincy with the badge.
Wincy is an affable, amicable and perseverant girl. She's a vocalist and has excellent literary skills. She's sure to sparkle and shine. All the best, Wincy.
Thank you, ma'am, for officiating our leaders and guiding them throughout. Ma'am, we request you to kindly take your seat. Thank you, ma'am.
May I call upon our principal, Miss Shilpa Sethi, to officiate our house captains and vice captains. Ma'am, you merely need an introduction. Your actions create a legacy that inspire others to do more, learn more, and become more. Request you to pin the badges of our house captains and vice captains. Let's welcome the Lions House Captain, Ariba. Request ma'am to honor Ariba with a badge.
Ariba is a mover and shaker. She is sure to influence the house and help the Lion's house roar with pride. All the best, Ariba. You can do it.
Next up is the Lions House Vice Captain, Nityanjali. Request ma'am to honor Nityanjali with a badge.
Nityanjali's calm, confident and composed attitude is sure to help lions roar and soar. All the best, Nityanjali. You will rock. A big round of applause, please.
Next up is the Pandas House Captain, Adya Deshpande. Request ma'am to honor Adya with a badge.
Adya's charming personality would help pandas bleat victoriously. All the best, Adya. May you sparkle and shine.
Next comes the Panda's House Vice Captain, Ojasvi Puri. Request ma'am to honor Ojasvi with a badge.
Ojasvi's composure and happy-go-lucky attitude would help pandas reach the pinnacle of success. All the best, Ojasvi. You will rock.
Next up is the Elephant's House Vice Captain, Nitika G. Request ma'am to honor Nitika with a badge.
Nitika's competitive spirit and never-give-up attitude is a blessing to the elephant's house. She's sure to echo the victorious trumpeting of elephants in the campus. All the best, Nitika. May you sparkle and shine.
Up next is the Rhino's House Vice Captain, Yashita. Request ma'am to honor Yashita with a badge.
Yashita, with a quick wittedness, will ensure rhinos rise and shine. Best of luck, Yashita. You can do it.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Requesting you to kindly be seated. May I call upon Solomon sir to officiate our leaders. A big round of applause for him, please. Let's welcome the Rhino's House Captain, Dhruv Jagtap. Request Solomon sir to honor Dhruv with a badge.
Dhruv is known as bellwether as he can lead the team with example. He's sure to make rhinos bellow with his skills. All the best, Captain.
Up next, we welcome the Elephant's House Captain, Samarth Patil. Request sir to honor Samarth with a badge.
Samarth is a social butterfly and a great influencer. He's sure to make the victorious trumpeting of elephants echo in the school. All the best, Samarth. We have complete faith in you.
Thank you, sir, for officiating our young leaders and providing us with the best learning environment.
Sir, I'm... May I now invite our chairman and founder, Solomon Sir, to administer the oath and the school prefect, Joel Cherian, to take the oath on behalf of the newly elected student council with the promise that they would carry out their duties with integrity, faith, and excellence. I would request the members of the council to extend their right hand for the same.
Thank you, girls. Good morning, everyone. We came to a very precious time. We are going to owe something, we give oath something, and we should, as Ramara said, we should, should be applicable, and we should apply it to our hearts and minds and work. I especially, before starting, I want to thank Ramaro, taking his time and fly all the way from Srikakulam yesterday, and stayed one night and just be with us here. Thank you so much. It's a wonderful speech. And even I should learn some more from it. Thank you so much. Let's have the oath. We, the student of Cornerstone,
we, the students of Cornerstone,
hereby solemnly pledge
hereby solemnly pledge
to uphold and follow the rules and regulations
to uphold and follow the rules and regulations
set by our dear school.
set by our dear school.
We promise to be worthy torchbearers
We promise to be worthy torchbearers
of our beloved school
of our beloved school
by adhering to the values of honesty,
by adhering to the values of honesty,
perseverance,
perseverance,
teamwork,
teamwork,
and service before self.
and service before self.
We commit ourselves
We commit ourselves
to the principles of precept
to the principles of precept
in all we do.
in all we do.
We vow to respect our school property
We vow to respect our school property
and the nation's larger environment
and the nation's larger environment
in leading our fellow students
in leading our fellow
on the
students
path of accountability.
on the path of accountability.
Above all,
we
pledge to strive
pledge to strive
in the spirit of excellence in academics,
in the spirit of excellence in academics,
sports,
and
and co-curricular activities
co-curricular activities
so that we may keep our flag of the school
we may keep our flag of our school
always flying high.
always flying high.
Thank you. God bless you all. Congratulations, all winners.
The remembrance of such a day is mandatory in the school history. So let us capture these moments in a beautiful frame. We now request Solomon Sir, Sharmila Ma'am, Shilpa Ma'am, and Chief Guest to stay with the Statco team and capture these moments in a frame.
We would like to hear a few words from our school prefect. We now request the school prefect, Joel Cherian, to come forward and share his feelings.
Respected Chief Guest, Solomon Sir, Sharmila Ma'am, Shilpa Ma'am, Anjali Ma'am, where are you, Ma'am? Okay, Ma'am isn't here. Teachers and all my dear friends, it is indeed an honor. It is indeed an honor to be standing in front of all of you today as Cornerstone's newly elected prefect. First of all, I would like to thank God Almighty for giving me this great opportunity to stand before you today. I would also like to thank the entire school, which has shown immense faith in me by selecting me as the prefect of this prestigious institution. I am extremely grateful and humbled by the support I have received from my teachers, friends, and my pillars of support, my parents, grandparents, and my siblings. I remember, since the time I joined Lily as a shy little boy in 2010, till today, as I am standing here as Cornerstone's prefect, my journey here has been an absolute roller coaster ride. I'm thankful to my beloved school for teaching me all the lessons of life by throwing challenges at me and making me strong to face any trials and tribulations. Taking part in various events, academic and co-curricular, has glazed my character with a steely resolve to do my best every single time. I really can't thank Sharmila Ma'am, Solomon Sir, and all my dear teachers for being there with all of us all the time. Not thanking my friends at this point would be a criminal offense, as they are the ones who have stood by me in the grimmest of my days. My pillars, my parents, have always shown immense confidence and belief in me, the outcome of which is me standing here today as Cornerstone's prefect. One quote that keeps me going is by boxer Muhammad Ali. What keeps me going is goals. If I had no goals, no motivations, no desires, I wouldn't have been standing here today, speaking to all of you. When I envision myself upholding the role of the prefect, I can say that I believe in teamwork. A team is like a tool set. One tool cannot do all jobs, but the entire tool set can do wonders together. So let's all hold our hands together and work with this team spirit each day. Let's promise ourselves to get better each and every day and work towards doing the best for our school and country by being great leaders. And when I say leaders, we lead by example, Studco. Let's have the courage to face challenges, whatever the obstacles. We shall promise not to fail, but rise. I would like to conclude by promising that I and all my fellow Studco members shall always remember that leadership is not about them, but about those who serve. This is Joel Cherian signing in as your prefect. Thank you.
A big round of applause for our school prefect. Such promising words.
We now invite the Studco in charge and the English department head, Smita ma'am, to give away the vote of thanks.
Good morning, all. Good morning, ma'am. Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be touched or seen. It has to be felt. And today, I feel honored and privileged to get this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion. I, Smita, on behalf of Cornerstone, extend my most sincere gratitude to Almighty God for making today's event a resounding success. With all His blessings and grace, we were able to make this event what it was. I would like to thank our honorable chief guest, Sri Metta Ramarao, who spared his time from his busiest schedule to grace the occasion. Today we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, sir, and this will surely encourage us in the future. This day wouldn't have been successful without our election team, who sat for hours choosing each of the elected members who stand here. It's an honor to be amongst you. An event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and a bird's eye for detail. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very proactive and dedicated staff who are very well versed in their job. I'm short of words when I think of a way to thank them for their involvement and their willingness to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones is amazing. A special mention to our respected Solomon sir, Sharmila ma'am, Sugumar sir, Shilpa ma'am and Anjali ma'am for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and being there as our pillars of strength. I also extend thanks to all the dedicated and passionate teachers, the dynamic sports team, the ever-energetic admin team for their enormous cooperation within the organization for this gala event. My hat tip to the people who work behind the scene. An event to make it happen. The technical arrangement team, the stage setting, the lighting team, all the musicians and housekeeping teams, aunties and drivers, bhaiya, a big thank you. Nyasa and Akshita, masters of today's ceremony, your voice is resounding gleefully into the entire auditorium, singing in the life to the entire program. A deep appreciation to you and your teacher in charge. Our sincere gratitude goes to all parents and well-wishers for your rock-solid support. Finally, I would like to congratulate the team of elected Studco members who now will start a journey like never before. this journey to understand what it means to be a leader. Our budding rock stars, the performers, impressive performances, thank you so much. And all the student volunteers, the teacher in charges, your untiring efforts made today's day picture perfect. Picture perfect. I really hope I'm not missing anyone on this huge gratitude list. A big thank you to each one of you who made this day a memorable one for all of us. If time is money, then today you have spent millions on us. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Let us trigger a sense of patriotism by concluding our day with the national anthem, requesting everyone to stand up for the national anthem.